Your boy's gonna be breaking these in today. Ooh, okay, we fresh on the feet right now, and feet are feeling cozy. And right away, I'm not getting a ton of board feel. Like that midsole is actually like there. I didn't think it was as much as it really is, in a good way. I'm actually impressed how cushiony they are. I don't know if they've always been like this, but... All right, you know, I have to do a quick little grip test, and yo, these shoes are mad grippy already. And I have maybe like, this grip tape is like a month-old Pepper grip, and yes, Pepper is really grippy, but I'm just so impressed how grippy these shoes are right now. Like, I thought they were gonna be a little bit more squeaky, and also my heel does not pop out, and look how loose I can keep them. I don't know, I just remember this grip actually not being that great, and it's definitely a lot better than I remembered. So either the grip probably got a nice little update, because it used to be kind of slick, but this is grippy. All right, we're going to hit some roll-on grinds, kind of warm up the legs, kind of test out the shoes, and see how they are at the end of the session.
Yeah. Oh my!
All right, so flip tricks were feeling pretty good, but my kick flips, I felt like I was kind of whiffing them, like this rounded toe cap. Kind of, I don't know, I feel like my foot positioning maybe has to be more on top of the board so I get more grip when I flick, if that makes sense. I know, like, probably once the shoe breaks in and like the rubber from the outsole starts like gripping with the actual toe cap, it'll flick much better. All right, so we're gonna do some more tricks over the hip and kind of get these shoes broken in a little bit more.
That was sick. Someone's like, insane. Wow. Oh! Oh, you got the... Get one down. Oh!
All right, shoes are finally feeling broken in right now. I'm finally feeling comfortable, feeling confident finally in them. You know what I mean? They just definitely need that little break-in period. But yeah, let's go skateboard. Yo, so this is kind of wild. I don't know if you guys saw in the last clip on the front shed nose grind, this freaking RC car came out of nowhere. And yeah, homies were just like taking over the park for a little bit. They're having a little sesh. It was pretty rad, actually. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty funny to watch. I knew it wasn't gonna last long, so I was like, yo, dude, send it. But like, it literally broke after that. I should have filmed it. Like the axle broke. And then homie almost got hit in the face. And yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is what the shoe looks like after the first session. I mean, we only skated for maybe about less than an hour, maybe, and nothing looks too crazy. I'm surprised we actually didn't rip any laces, but this is the switch side. I feel like it's just gonna need another session before these are like fully broken in. But yo, they do look really fresh. All right, so overall, the first session went really well in the Accel. I definitely really like this shoe still. I do feel like I want to skate the 95s just to kind of compare the pointier toe. Like I was saying earlier, I felt like I was kind of just like whiffing my kickflips because it was kind of so round. But I think once the actual like sole right here, because you can kind of see it sticks out a few millimeters before the suede actually is there. So I always feel like the shoe really breaks in and gets like the perfect flick once you kind of like get the toe cap like rubbing on the actual like rubber of the outsole right there. So once that kind of connects more, I feel like we're going to get like really connected flick, if that makes sense. Otherwise, then, like, I mean, obviously I could still kickflip, but just those first few, they just kind of felt, I watched the footage back, they didn't look that bad, but they felt kind of bad. Like, they felt like they were kind of mobbed. But as the heel flip kind of goes, I really do like the heel flip. Like, it's still nice. You know, certain tricks with this shoe worked really well. I'm going to continue to skate these things because, like I said, I feel like the more you skate this shoe, honestly, the better it gets. It's funny because my homie Terrence literally texted me today and was like, bro, it might take you like 100 kickflips or something, but I wonder if it has that like rubber toe cap underneath this. And whenever I think about that, I think about PJ Ladd's Wonderful Horrible Life. There's like a quick little segment and it shows like his toe cap like super ripped off and there's like that weird rubber layer right there. And if so, I feel like that's like another reason why this shoe lasts so long. Like it's a durable shoe. And the other thing was going to be the sole, because I kind of remember the sole squeaking really gnarly. I mean, it definitely squeaks a little bit. I mean, it squeaks, don't get me wrong. But the sole is actually a little bit better than I thought. Like I said earlier, I have old grip tape on my board, so for this to feel that grippy, I was pretty impressed. Also, the midsole. I don't remember there being a midsole in the original shoe, and if you guys don't know what the midsole is, like you have your insole obviously in here, and then you have your outsole. So in the middle of the shoe, there'll be like another like layer essentially, so just be a little bit thicker. You'll have a little bit more cushion because I remember this shoe having a lot of board feel. Like as soon as you put it on it, I feel like it was like not flimsy, but a lot of board feel. This surprisingly had a lot of structure to it. Having that midsole definitely gives it more cushion. You're not going to get a ton of board feel right away, but you do get enough board feel because I could feel the edge of my board, especially kind of in this area. So when you are actually popping and trying to feel around for your board, you can feel it. But yes, it is pretty minimal. This shoe I feel like is actually a lot better than I remember it. And I feel like that's kind of rare with the retro shoes because I've been skating a lot of different retro shoes kind of last year. The iPath Grasshoppers, the Sal 23s, the Lynx DCs, and some of them have, okay, so the DCs definitely still held up in my opinion. These actually held up. The Sals were chill, but they're chill the first maybe week or two, and then I don't know what it was, the bottom of my foot though started hurting whenever I wore those shoes. I probably could have switched out the insole and that might have solved my problem because the toe cap, the little rubber ollie patch, like all of that actually really held up. And it's pretty funny because the Sal 23 is very similar to this shoe. I feel like this is honestly, I don't want to say a better Sal in my opinion, but this is kind of a better Sal 23 in my opinion. I know I can keep rambling about this shoe because, I don't know, like I said, for a retro shoe, I really liked it. I know I didn't talk about the Grasshopper. Grasshopper still held up. It's just that it was super heavy. The leather was like, I mean, the leather was pretty good material, but with that, obviously it's heavy. And then of course it got really hot. And as a skater, you guys probably all know you get sweaty feet because you're skating, moving your feet around, and there was no vents in that shoe. So unfortunately, it just got really hot. So during the summertime, I literally I could only skate them for so long because they were black leather, and they're like mid tops, so like my feet were getting cooked.
Yeah, long story short, if you guys want to get some S's, you can get 20% off. Spencer 20, you already know. It works at skateboarding.com, it works at etnies.com, and it works at america.com. Ain't that crazy? Surprisingly, I really like this thing still. And the big tongue, man. I think that's just another banger. I don't know. I'm just hyped.